Well, top of the morning to you. Oh, let's see if we can get this giant tank up here. And apparently I can't zoom out enough. Little dollying is in order. This is a Fada. It's a TRF set. It's a, is this a 192? Let me get my little flashlight and look here, make sure I'm telling the right information. Well, we're back. So, we'll get out the old flashlight here. Well, somewhere in here I saw that. I got this set the other day at an auction. I got this the same day. I got that little Grundig. Yeah, this is a 192A set. So it's kind of an interesting set. The inside is pretty basic. We'll just go into action cam mode here and just show you the guts. This is the RF section. Actually, it kind of goes this way, and then I believe the detector is here, and then the audio output. This is kind of a basic set, although here, these controls here and here for the neutralization or the Nutridyne part of this set. Yeah, kind of a basic set of controls. Notice that they're kind of, these sets are starting to slim down a little bit compared to some of the other sets I showed you. They were kind of getting rid of a few controls. We've got just basic volume, and then I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's on, off. It's kind of funny. It's off, medium, and loud. So apparently low was an option you couldn't afford. This is my other favorite one, quality. So like over here was, good, and over here was sucks, I guess. I don't know. I just work here. So a few little fun things inside this set. There's actually a kind of a, looks like a Fada quality control tag. They were in New York. And apparently the neutralization got neutralized. There's some more fun facts on the back. The card is a little tore. This is actually kind of an interesting set. Been doing a little looking at this. I wouldn't mind taking this out of the chassis, but right off the bat I don't know how. I was under the impression there's a piece of wood, a little kind of a, I don't know, a little scutchman or whatever you want to call it there. And I thought if I took that out that maybe the radio would come up and then out. That doesn't appear to be true. Actually, there's a kind of a little, I don't know, some kind of a plastic face on here. It's very interesting. The other thing I found interesting about this set is they've got all the OA, or excuse me, 01A type tubes in here. You could put whatever you wanted in these sets. But apparently this came from Gamble's, at least the tubes. And I don't know if you can read that or not. It looks like 1931. They used to tag those tubes and test them before they turned them loose on the customers. And this is a lot like one of my other sets I showed you. Actually, a lot of these sets start to all look alike real quick. So you're buying a brand name or you're buying a style more than anything. Case isn't in too bad a shape. This might have had I think this either had a varnish or shellac finish. It's fading fast. It's just flaking off. And down here, it looks like the finish might have been toned. It's a little darker. Then this is raw wood here. It's just flaked away, like over in this corner. You can see how it's sort of dark. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Another thing I found kind of interesting about this set, let me just peek inside here. Okay. It really doesn't, it looks pretty bulby, but it isn't that horrible. There actually is a little porthole on the bottom, and in there is the grid leak resistor. I don't know if you can see that. See that little tube there? Right there. This bottom appears to be nailed on with some very small nails, and it looks like it may come off. I've made a couple just kind of quick attempts to pop that whole bottom, and it looks like it might be splitting, but this doesn't surprise me. I mean, this thing was probably made in the 30s. So. And it's got a few little boinks, nothing major. It's kind of funny too. People always think these sets are made from the finest quality woods and all that stuff, and you get to looking at this bottom anyway, and there's no reason to make a bottom out of a fine piece of wood. It's just some crummy old poplar or pine. I always get a kick out of that. And the woodworking on this set isn't the greatest, and it may have something to do with it being 100 million years old. One of the things I found kind of interesting about this set is the markings. This is all the powering, or what's left of it, for this set. And it's kind of interesting. They're a little, let me do a little moving about here, so if it looks like hell, sorry. We'll clean that up in post-production. Oh, there's kind of a little grommet that these wires go into, but it looks like it just goes through the grommet and then is soldered on the inside. And there's some attempt to label it here on the back. This actually needs a bit of cleaning, and it uses just a B battery. It uses 2 B battery voltages. Let's see if we can make that so you can see it. It's got 22 and 90. There's the negative. There's the A battery. Yeah, there's the C battery, or the bias battery. Here's antenna and ground, and right here is a jack for the speaker. It's kind of a 1/4 inch type jack, which is a little interesting. The other thing I really like about this is it's got these little tags, and they're tags for the wire. I've never seen anything like that. What that really means is I don't get out enough. But there's pretty much a tag. Well, there's, I assume that this is a Fada thing, because there's antenna. I don't know if these are cardboard. There's the C battery and then the A battery. Apparently the ground and stuff for the other batteries didn't count. I don't know if that's cardboard or what. It looks like it, or it might be phenolic. A lot of these older sets, these older TRF sets, they're real long and not very tall, and this is kind of an attempt to sort of shorten it up. Maybe your coffee table wasn't 30 feet long. I don't know, it'll be kind of interesting. The other interesting thing is it actually has a serial number sort of embossed, or I guess etched or engraved into the face. So there must have been some variation between sets. They must have had some machine where they loaded the numbers in when they etched this. I'm assuming this is an etch. Yeah. It's kind of a, this has been filled with like some sort of a color. Kind of showing you the different bits here. This would probably be a pretty easy set to get up and running, although I'm a little puzzled as to how to get it out of there. The kind of the Fada logo and Nutridyne logo are down here. Here you can kind of see the TRF stages. And there's the quality control right there. It's right in there, and the what was that, the loudness or volume, I can't remember. That one control is a switch, and then that's there. It's got some clever bracing and stuff there. I just thought I'd show this to you. This chassis that's mounted on is just some basic wood. Another kind of interesting little thing I thought was fun on this set is the tube sockets actually set down in here. They're kind of like little cups. They don't sit up, and it kind of reduces the height of well, it doesn't really reduce it, but it changes the way the set is. And those sockets are a bit of a bear to put in and out of there. They're just spring loaded. Every one of those tubes that I've fiddled with has been... There we go. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with contacts on there. That's kind of one of the little nuisances of all these old sets. I do have one worry, and that's this set has probably at least a couple audio transformers in addition to these RF transformers. And more than likely they're open. That's kind of a curse of these old sets. There's some nice hardware. Sorry this light makes things look blue. Inside here it's not too bad. So it's just been out in the open and been beat. Looks like there was a little bumper there. Probably had felt on it. This one's gone. These are the screw holes for that piece. It's kind of a mixture of, I think these are RCA tubes and these are all Cunninghams. I did find a schematic online for this. It said this was a 71 tube. I don't think that's right, but that doesn't mean anything. These little neutralization caps are kind of interesting. Yes, Mr. Watch. They're kind of interesting to me. So my first big hurdle, there's some really nice nickel hardware here. And that stuff's just beautiful. That's probably like $100 worth of plating nowadays. One of my first problems is to get that bottom off. I really want to look in there. Now, inside the set you can actually see that bottom. I was thinking about maybe, let me just set you down here for a tick. Sorry about that. You're just kind of in, like I said, you're just exploring here. So there are a number of little brads, and there seem to be like two of them. I don't know what that is about. This appears to be two separate pieces of wood, and this is a split like I mentioned before. Here's that secret access hole. There's nothing to really see in there, barely. You can see a little bit of the wiring and guts and stuff. I don't know, from here you might be able to see that little square block there. That's the audio transformer, and it doesn't look in very good shape. And here is one of the tube sockets. This needs to come off really to go any further. I tried to kind of reach in this hole thinking those brads were so small that maybe they would just pop. Nah, that didn't work. I carefully stuck a piece of spring steel in here thinking I could carefully pry it, and that just isn't going to happen. This may be glued. The other thing I tried was, like I said, I tried to take the face out. That doesn't happen either. Yeah, it looks like it had some kind of like little felt feet. That one's, they're totally destroyed. So I might have to do a little research, see what I can come up with. I'm not sure how to do this. Like I said, I tried carefully to kind of pry this. Sorry, this isn't the spiffiest video. And that seems to have kind of not worked out. This is a little racked. So a little work needs to happen to this chassis. It's just old tired set, and how about back here? You know, a lot of this that's making it look ugly is just dirt. You know, I might be able just to carefully wipe this off with a damp damp rag. As much as I don't like the feel of those little, what do I say, those towels, those nanofiber towels or whatever the hell they call them, they do reach into a lot of nooks and crannies. I think what I might do, I don't know, actually, if you want to make a suggestion, knock yourself out. I think what I might do, or what I'm thinking about doing, apart from trying to have this fall, there we go, is, there's a lot to see in that dark, scary box, is I might get a block of wood and maybe reach down in there through here and tap on it back and forth and see if I can tap that bottom loose. I did find one place that's a little bit loose over here, but there's so many nails in the thing, it's almost like it's been double nailed. It's really weird. I have a feeling that these, I don't know, I'm not sure what to think about all this. So that's the plan anyway. I'll just leave it go for a few days, and if somebody would like to make a suggestion on how to take that bottom off, or how to take the face out. I don't see how the face is held in on this thing. And it almost looks like it's kind of got a little machining there. Here you can kind of see the face, and it looks like that would involve maybe taking the dials off the thing and then taking this face off. Looks like, I don't know, it's just this is one of those things where you just kind of take your time and keep walking around and looking at it and seeing what's going on. Well, so anyway, there's the kind of upside downy sideways Fada 192. Okie dokie. Well, we'll talk to you later. Have a groovy day. Take it easy.